Good day, emerging mothers. I hope you all are well. Listen, for some of you, there is just one semester left and your seniors will be transitioned, or your senior, some of you have twins, but for most of you, your senior will be transitioning out of the home and heading off to the college campus or the military base or simply residential independence. And so with that being the case, their preparation is essential, as many of you already know. Just as their preparation is essential, then yours is as well. And so what I do, Dr. Michelle Lloyd, I support mothers with anxiety as it relates to teens transitioning out of the home after high school. Again, whether they're heading off to the college campus, the military base, or simply residential independence. So my question to you is, how will you begin to prepare yourself? Yes, I'm here at a hotel away at my daughter's basketball tournament, but before her next game, which begins in about 2 hours, I am curious to know, what is it that you will be doing? Will you be putting together what we call a transition success plan? And I'll explain a little bit more about a transition success plan. Now, will you be looking at the different areas of your life, whether the areas are socially, whether they're financially, psychologically, spiritually? Will you be looking at these different areas of your life and making sure they're ingrained in your plan? For instance, on a professional level, when your teen transitions out of the home, many mothers are looking forward to going back to work, or they're looking forward to maybe reducing their full-time work down to part-time work. And some are thinking about just simply volunteering. Whatever that is, then you will want to begin right now thinking about, how am I going to pour myself into what I'm going to do after my teen transitions out of the home? And for some of you, you still have teens in the home, and so you will continue to move and shake as such. But for some of you, it will be your last teen transitioning out. And so there's some thinking to be done. There's some planning to be done. And so, for me, I plan on pouring into emerging mothers, which is you all, and helping you to elevate in your thinking, helping you to be more productive in your actions, and to actually prepare for your teen's transition. Also looking at it from a social perspective. For some of you, it could mean pouring into your healthy relationships with your family and your friends. It could be your making sure that you have down on the schedule, scheduling those dates with your spouse or a significant other. It could also be in another area, whether it has to do with finances. That's an area, whereas, maybe we want to make sure that because they're on the college campus, less dollars will be going into their activities that they're doing right now. And then you can increase your contribution to your 401k and allow your company to match that dollar for dollar or 50 cents on the dollar or what have you. It could be really analyzing that budget to make sure that you're doing the very best that you can, and cutting costs and putting more into savings or tithing more or whatever that may be. The goal could be to increase your FICO score. So looking at that credit and seeing where that lies and how to go about improving that. And so that can be an area of your transition success plan that you want to focus on. Another area is psychologically. Some people, what they need to do is, maybe do a brain dump and just begin to journal and share their thoughts and understand, exactly where am I heading, and gathering all of those thoughts in their mind. Or it could be simply them, finding out ways to have more joy and clear their thinking from a psychological focus or perspective. And so things such as that, it could mean, I need to start changing the genre of books that I'm reading just to help my psyche. All of those different things can be a part of your transition success plan. So think about those areas and consider including those, if you will. Another area that can be a focus in your transition success plan is, of course, from a physical perspective. Oh my goodness, I've already begun my journey in reference to exercising. I've always exercised. Well, let me backtrack. As opposed to me saying I've always exercised, let me just say that I've been an avid runner. I've exercised since 1989. 1989. Before then, absolutely not. And I even thought that people who exercise were just, they were out of their mind. Why would they spend time running and sweating and doing this harm to their bodies? And then I got a clue in 89 that, oh my goodness, I better start changing my eating habits. I may need to, undo some of these bad habits and make sure that my body is healthy and all of that. So since 1989, I have really been focusing on taking care of myself. So going to the gym and doing exercises at home, making sure that I'm eating better. All of those different types of things are very, very important. Now, I will be working on making sure that I'm in bed by 10 p.m., because I can go hours and hours and hours, and that focus can be so intense. My family members tell me, and so I will be making an effort to make sure I am, in the bed by 10 p.m. So that will be Central Standard Time. So that will be what I will make an extra effort to do. So that's going to be a part of my transition success plan, my transition plan. Also, from an emotional perspective, that's so very important. So, when I think about from an emotional perspective, I need to make sure that I am looking at those different areas of emotional intelligence, and whether it's self-awareness and knowing how I'm feeling and being in touch with my emotions to make sure I'm avoiding being too far to the left and too far to the right, and that my emotions are balanced. I need to make sure from a social awareness perspective that I'm treating people right, and that my interactions with individuals are on the up and up, and that I'm having meaningful dialogue with people I'm in contact with, and I'm in touch with my moods. From a relationship management standpoint, I need to make sure that I'm focused on just making sure that, I'm in tune with other individuals, and that I'm communicating with diplomacy. And also from a self-control, self-management standpoint, that even when I'm too tired or too hungry or too maybe irritated or things along those lines, that I am in touch with that, and that I can make sure that I am in control of my emotions and in tune with myself. All of this will be in my transition plan, even as my teen is transitioning out of the home. It's so important that we care for ourselves, our teen, as we're caring for our teen and making sure that they're good. We want to be good too, even before them leaving home takes place. And then also, oh my goodness, the most important area from a spiritual perspective, I need to make sure that I'm engaged in my morning routine, and I'm up early before my day even begins. And I'm in my prayer closet, and I'm worshiping and glorifying Him, and I'm doing my devotional, and I'm meditating, and I'm journaling, and I'm spending that quiet time with Him. Oh my goodness, there could be something He's wanting me to do or say that could have been different from yesterday as far as the quickening in my spirit. And so I need to make sure that I am in tune with what He is calling me to do for that day. And so that's why I need to be in my prayer closet and on my face, my mug in the rug, to make sure that I am in tune with Him, because He knows best for me. He knows best for me. So from a spiritual perspective, I need to make sure that is in my transition plan. And then from a by all intents and purposes, from a professional standpoint, I need to make sure that I am identifying ways